Hi everyone. Today I'm going to take you through this really cool vintage consignment store that is near me and local to my area. I figured I wanted to record a little bit of a shopping trip video for you. That way you can see some of the very cool old and vintage items that are in this store. And I will show you a few items that I pick up as I go along. But I figured this would just be a fun shopping video, kind of a little bit of a different take on my channel. That way you guys can have some variety, but also you can see some pretty cool things. And I like the idea of memorializing certain videos and certain moments in my life, so I can look back at this video at any point throughout my life and just see this day. All right, without further ado, I'll get into the video. So to start, I am in thrift store number 1. This is the thrift store that is closest to the carport, and there's 2 thrift stores that are side by side, so I went to both of them. That movie you just saw was the dinosaur movie on VHS, and I've been looking for that movie for a while and just so happened to find it here, and I thought that was very strange, so I was very thrilled and bought that movie. And then you see some Funko Pops and this very cool wall of VHS/DVDs/cassette tapes. I think there's some video games down there that I didn't notice until now. And I think there's some CDs, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's Baby Yoda, Eeyore, some cool vinyls. Oh, sorry about that footage. And then some pretty cool items here, like households and other knickknacks. And there's my mom. And I'm going back to the VHS wall to show you some VHS tapes a little bit more close. But I didn't get any of these from this store, from this area in the store. So maybe I'll look at this now and then see if there's any that I want to go back and get. And of course I would film that too. But yeah, this is pretty much this one little room of the whole store. There's so many little things in here. And yeah, my footage is very wobbly and just kind of messy, but that's kind of why I slowed the footage down. That way it's not all over the place and I'm not rushing through. And there's more VHS tapes down there, which are pretty cool. I've been really collecting VHS tapes a lot lately, so more so than video games even. That's because I just love physical media. And there's my hair. That's so funny because I'm voiceovering this right now, so I didn't record this my voice during, because I just didn't want to talk in the store. And I was a little nervous to film for the first time in a store, just because even though it's a public place, I don't want to film anybody or make anybody uncomfortable. Then I saw this very cute shirt. It was The Nightmare Before Christmas with Sally and Jack, and I love that movie in general. But that was a very cute shirt that I did not get. And I saw this very weird figurine too that I'm gonna zoom in a minute and show you. But there's some purses, other knickknacks, and then there's that figurine I'm talking about. And then this is a different section of that store, and there's some pretty cool Pillsbury Doughboy things and other cool knickknacks. Oh, that red elephant. I really want that red elephant. I think it's so cute. I left it there, so I'm kind of hoping it'll be there when I go back, but it's cast iron, so I really want to go back and get that because it's a crimson red, and I just think that's so striking. And there's some other little knickknacks and toys and a VHS player. I already have 3 of them, so I don't need, or 2, and my sister has 1. So we already have 3 in our house, so I don't really think I need another one right now. But then there's that cool little teapot. That was pretty cute. And just other toys and knickknacks, basically. Pretty cool items, though, that's for sure. I do like them. And I am going to watch this video back. That way I can see if there's anything that I want that I need to have and go back. And that dragon looked so sad. And here are some comic books, too. And then more VHS tapes. And this is the hallway of the store. And then there's some really cool plushies and more VHS tapes and some really interesting books, like that Scary Stories book. That is such a throwback. And that camel clock, I love that camel clock. I don't smoke. I mean, I did a long time ago, but I don't smoke anymore. And I just think that is so cool, memorabilia. And this is the second store, actually. So we just jumped right from the first to the second store. And I know my footage is kind of at a weird angle, but like I said, this is my first time doing this kind of video. So I figured I'll just go ahead and post this and see what you guys think. And then next time I film, I'll try to be a little better. But yeah, the store has some pretty cool things. The second store, like there's, I think, a blue Tweety bird and some trolls and Garfield. And I love trolls. I actually collect trolls too. I can always do a little troll collection if you're interested. And there's some other things like books, and I think there's some VHS tapes and a cute little doll and more Funko Pops and a Care Bear, a couple Care Bears. And then there's this other VCR/DVD player, which I really think is pretty cool. And I love gargoyles, so I almost thought of getting them, but I just don't think that I would get around to reading them because I am kind of busy and I don't think I'd have the time, but I thought that was pretty cool. And that little Winnie the Pooh lamp is pretty cute. Oh, and my sister was showing me that Tweety bird. That is a pretty cool Tweety bird clock, and I do like that a lot, but I don't need anything like that in my house because I already have enough. And then there's some Hello Kitty, some other cool characters, Marvel, and some Halloween stuff, and Pokemon, and I do like that Pokemon stuff. And there's some Star Wars. I do like older, like I like the Star Wars and the Pokemon, but I do prefer the vintage older stuff than the newer stuff, which is kind of how I roll, I guess. Now I'm shopping through this physical media wall that has DVDs and VHS tapes on it. I do find this cool Teletubby VHS, and I know Teletubbies is for kids, but I was a kid when it came out, and that's what I watched a lot. So whenever I see it, I have to buy it. And I do have 1 through 5, so I wanted to get volume 1. I wanted to get volume 6, so I got that one because I don't have that one. But there are a few other VHS tapes that I pick up from this wall. And as you can see, there are some other Teletubbies VHSs, but I believe I already have those, so I don't need duplicates. But there's some pretty cool titles on here, and if you guys see any titles that you would recommend me picking up, let me know, and maybe I'll go back and pick them up if they're reasonably priced. That way I can watch them and get movie recommendations. But yeah, I'm pretty much just shopping through this little section. The prices range from fairly cheap, like $1 for one of the movies I got, all the way up to like $18 for one specific movie. And I know that's a little expensive, but I do like the idea of supporting a small business. And in my mind, if I saw the item on eBay and I really wanted it, I'd buy it there. So might as well support somebody local and give them my money in business. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these types of videos, and if you want to see more of these kind of videos. And like I said, I will try to improve on my film taking. That way it's not so jumbled, but this is my first time doing like a out and about shopping vlog. And here are some DVDs, and that was pretty cool. They had a Wii DDR mat like set, and I really thought that was pretty cool. And here's the fun part. There's all these Pokemon Johto or VHSs. I don't know why I keep calling them DVDs, but VHSs, and that one is pretty cool with Charizard on it. And I did end up picking all of those up because I do like Pokemon a lot, and that anime is also my childhood, so I had to have them. And I really like them, and I like how the clamshells are all different colors. I should have picked up that Ants movie, so maybe I'll get that Ants movie when I go back there. But there's Toy Story, I already have that, and I don't have Aladdin. And that pretty much wraps up this video. I will be coming out with a haul video from the items, for the items that I got here at this store. But like I said, this is my first time making this kind of video, so forgive the shakiness. I will get better at that. But let me know if you want to see more of these kind of videos. I will probably end up going back to the store and recording some more, so I'll do another little vlog and then a haul video that way then too. But thank you guys so much for watching. You know, I really appreciate all the love and support you give me, and all the lovely comments and just the kindness. You know, we need more of that in this world. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I thank you again for watching this video. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.